Hello everyone. This will be the last episode of the Sunday Morning Mini. I have lost the desire to continue in the medium. April Fools! When I get back, we talk about my favorite photographers. Good morning and welcome to the Sunday Morning Mini. Come with me on a special journey where photography meets a bit of philosophy. I'm your host, Kevin Russo, photographer and educator. Stay tuned to see what's in this episode of the Sunday Morning Mini. Hello and welcome back. Today is April 1st, 2018. Thanks for joining me this morning for a slightly extended version of the Sunday Morning Mini. I'm going to talk about some of my favorite photographers today, but more importantly, why I like them. In the spirit of the show, I'm going to refrain from posting images and let you be self-guided in the search. I will, however, shamelessly drop names. I like to start in the late 1800s, early 1900s. The first three photographers I like to discuss are Alfred Stieglitz, Edward Steichen, and Paul Strand. It was Stieglitz that thrust photography to the forefront of the art world in the late 1800s and almost single-handedly decided that photography should be known and respected as much as any of the great paintings. Stieglitz also produced a series of images of clouds entitled Equivalents. Stieglitz believed the abstract shapes were equivalent or represented our states of emotion. It is because of this that Stieglitz is tops on my list. Edward Steichen, known as one of the first commercial photographers, had a wonderful realism to his images. His portraits, though of famous people, removed the glam element and photographed what he considered to be the real person behind the mask of stardom. Paul Strand. I call Strand the original no-filter guy. At the time, many photographers were still putting oils on their lenses and trying to replicate the soft feeling of a painting. Paul was one of the first that said, "I will make images with all the sharpness the medium has to offer." Stieglitz called it a real photograph. Let's move on to another group of photographers. Minor White, Paul Camponegro, and Harry Callahan. I chose Minor White because of his philosophy. Photograph not what things are, but for what else they are. I find his image to be meditative, and the meanings for me change as I evolve. It was seeing the images of Harry Callahan that has led me down the path I am on today with my photography. His images of everyday things made me realize that if compositions were interesting, you could stop someone, make them look, and see an everyday occurrence in a new way. Paul Camponegro's images of nature are intensely serene, simple objects, leaves, rocks, pools of water. His images make me think about my existence in the universe. It is also Camponegro that stated, "A lens is a reflection of both the outward and the inward." Moving on, a group of photographers that are still photographing today. Michael Kenna, Hiroshi Sugimoto, and Susan Bernstein. Michael Kenna's work is vast. He has over 50 books and photographs everything from concentration camps to Zen trees. All his images are based on a connection that he makes with a subject or place. His images are minimalist yet powerful. It's hard not to just stare into a Kenna image and find peace. Hiroshi Sugimoto's work is rule-breaking, from his symmetrical balanced seascapes to his blurred architecture images that reveal shape. Sugimoto's images make me reflect on time and space. Susan Bernstein's work is extremely personal. Much of her work revolves around her night tremors. She uses photography as a way to express her fears. From Bernstein, I get the relationship between the self and the photograph. Lastly, I like to talk about photographer Douglas Beasley. I know Doug personally through a workshop I took and routine online interactions. Doug is also one of the photographers that works metaphorically. His images are simple, minimalistic, and to the point. What I get from Doug is how to connect with a subject, whether that be a tree, a rock, or a human being. He runs workshops around the world. If you want a very unique photographic experience, look him up. He also hosts a Facebook group called Vision Quest. It's a fantastic group of photographers who are all striving to reach creative goals. I think it's important to study the past and see the works of other photographers. I believe it is the pathway into your own thoughts and processes. No man is an island. And that is your Sunday Morning Mini. Come back next week when we will talk about working in auto mode. If you like this video, please be kind, hit the like button, and subscribe to the channel. Have a great week, folks. See you next time on the Sunday Morning Minute.